You're thinking, well, you had the inspector here. If he didn't say anything about it, it must be all right.
This house should have burnt down years ago.
You expect him to see things and tell you, or at least write them in the report, you know, this looks odd, this is wrong, this isn't per code.
Raw sewage, everybody wants to throw up.
According to him, it's a solid house with good bones.
I am absolutely disgusted with this home inspector.
The inspector never caught any of it, so we were oblivious to it.
Oh, my God. It's carpenter ants.
I like the area, I like the house, I just don't like all the problems.
I have so had it with this house. Oh, yeah, baby. Mike Holmes. On the money. This is ridiculous. I've decided now to gut it. Take it all down.
Mike Holmes, I love you.
Me too. Unacceptable. God, I love my job. It's something I always say to people. If you're gonna buy a home, I don't care if it's brand new, used, get a home inspector. Have it inspected. Make sure that there's no problems with the home.
During the process of buying a house, we demanded an inspection because that was one of the biggest requirements, that everything be in working order when we bought it. And we thought the home inspection would do that for us.
Now understand, what they're looking at are things that we need to know about our home. Electrical, structural, plumbing, HVAC. Spring is in the air. The question is, how qualified should you be to be a home inspector? Good morning.
How are you?
Eeyore, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Chris?
Hi, Mike.
You prefer Chris or Christine?
Chris is good.
Chris is good. I like that.
Yeah.
It was clean, it was a nice area, the house looked good. Inspector didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
We thought, wow, the guy really, you know, this is a great house. Nothing was really wrong with it, right?
I think the problems we have here is home inspection.
Absolutely.
Okay, maybe you noticed anything upstairs, or are we just talking downstairs at this point?
We're talking, yeah, downstairs.
Downstairs. Let's go take a look.
Great.
All right, you've been here 6 months. Any issues you've noticed? Anything that is standing out that makes you concerned?
Well, after about a minute of showering, you're standing in an ankle deep in water.
Bathing in the shower. That works.
Yes.
Let's take a look at it. Do we have a workable light in here?
Nope.
We don't know the story with the light. The light has no switch, and it's never worked.
Well, this is not how we do a floor drain. I'll tell you that right now. That's 1.25 inches for one. That is no good. And I see water full in it, so obviously you have an issue with your plumbing. Is this the report?
Yes. First of all, you're not a professional home person, so you walk around with him, or you did, and you expect him to see things.
Did he tell you anything about plumbing? About the bathroom? What did he say about plumbing?
The only thing he said was that it was interesting, and I asked him if it was fine, and he said it's fine.
It's fine.
You can't see everything, plus you're not a professional to see those things so quickly.
Or know what to check.
And what to check, right? So you know, you walk around, and then it's only afterward you come in and you start using things, and then things don't work.
Venting. Functional drainage noted throughout the home at the time of inspection. Like, what does that tell you? All right, let's take a look at this then. We see, obviously, they raised the shower floor to do the plumbing from the bottom, brought it up, so it almost appears that it's almost high here, and that might be an issue right there. Brought along the back of the washer and dryer.
When you wash clothes, they don't rinse.
And the laundry sink beside the washer fills
up with water.
And they tried to vent off of this line, which tells me there's no vent there. They've come up off of here, run it through a separate line for the washing machine.
And at first you think, oh, the washing machine is no good, even though it's supposed to be brand new. But it's not the washing machine. It's the plumbing around it.
This is the sink. No signs of venting. Carried off, toilet running through, clean out. Total improper venting. Not to mention, we don't want to see the plumbing like this. It should be actually cut through the floor. This is not how we tie things in, especially. Do you smell anything down here?
The sewer gases that we smell down there are scary, disgusting.
It stinks. There's something wrong. The shower doesn't drain. Well, there's things wrong with it. It's not even close to right. It's against code. And you know me, minimum code sucks. This is an issue. Your plumbing is an issue. This was not explained to you?
No, that was my major, and then we have a major number 2.
Okay, we've had some people in your house playing around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 junction points right here.
Why do we hire people? To give us advice, to give us the things that we need to do in life so that we don't have problems.
Look at this. You were told right out that everything was fine. Electrical was fine, plumbing was fine, not an issue, that it wouldn't cost money to fix. Let me guess.
Absolutely, that's exactly what was told to us.
We have a lot of signs of rust. Was anything in there at all to do with your heating?
Not at all. He just told us that the furnace was 20 years old.
That's it?
Yep.
That's it.
All right.
Who's responsible? Looks like no one.
What's the sense of bringing in a home inspector if they don't give you the right information?
Read the fine print. And it's stated all over the paperwork. We're not responsible. It's what appears. It's what we can see. So they don't lift things. They don't punch holes, which I understand. Nobody wants holes punched in their house. But when it's right there in front of you, you should be able to explain there's an issue.
Can we show you the lights before you leave?
What lights?
The pot lights. The
Yeah.
problems with the pot lights.
Sure.
Electricity pops out a lot, right?
Yeah, we get breakers.
I don't know how to explain that,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean? You're up here, no, we have to go down there and flip the electricity. The pot lights come on and off mysteriously, and there's a one pot light that burns out bulbs all the time, regardless of wattage. So, and that's that one right there. Plus, under the stairs, there's a halogen light that it's where the kids play, and it falls out and hangs and.
We have a receptacle box, punched a hole into the ceiling, a cord plugged in. Okay, I wouldn't like the kids playing with this. Look at this, we even have an on-off here.
The problem is you don't know who the inspector is. I mean, he might be someone who took a 6-week training course.
Was any of this talked about, like this box hanging down like this when the extension
nothing.
cord plugged in?
No.
Nothing.
They might not be qualified to be doing that kind of job.
All right. Where's your duct? Where's your heat?
We don't have one in the kitchen.
You don't have heat in your kitchen. Did you know you require heat in your kitchen?
Well,
There's got to be a register in every room of the house.
Sure.
Was this in the book?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, give me a break.
I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna take it apart, I'm gonna bring in a licensed electrician, a licensed plumber, I'm gonna bring in all my guys. We're gonna fix it for this family. They just put out enough money. They don't have the money to do this. We're gonna help them. We're gonna make it right.
Once I rip it apart, I'll bring you back in, we'll take a look, and I'll tell you what I have to do to fix it.
Okay, great.
Okay? But don't worry. We're here to fix it.
Thank you, Mom.
Okay? Keep smiling. I'm gonna go get my guys.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Maybe we just gotta hold up the plumbing so it drains.
Give it the proper slope.
Yeah. He didn't turn on the washing machine.
We didn't see him do that.
He didn't check anything.
No.
Just visually walked around and made a couple
That's
of
what it
notes.
seems like, yes.
One thing we do know is we're gonna take this apart. So let's pull out the sink, pull out the toilet, pull out the washer and dryer, protect it with drop glass, pull out the doors, protect it, keep all the track, keep all the hardware, tape it to the back of the door. Start putting it in a bag and tape it to the back of the door.
Okay.
Pull the racks out. The sink, the cabinets are still good. We'll keep them. Maybe we'll incorporate a small laundry room on the other side, dress it up somewhat nice, and make sure we put in a proper bathroom here.
All that water was sitting in that pipe, so it's all coming back.
It's not dead.
Check this one for me. Possible that those are hooked together?
Is that it?
Okay, buddy, that's it, man.
Okay, check to see if there's power on the heater, please.
Sure. Okay, there's power in the plug. There doesn't seem to be power in the heater.
What? I shut off the dryer, which is the 30 amp breaker right here. Here's the dryer, and it disconnects the heater. Where's the junction? Drop the ceiling, please.
Okay.
First thing I would have told the homeowners is you have an electrical spaghetti factory in here that needs to be addressed immediately.
Another junction box up here. Live again.
I have just shut that off. Like, why put an electric heat? We got a furnace. It's a small house. Tie into the electrical, tie it all up. I don't even know how they ran this thing. There's a freaking furnace here.
1, 2, 3,
5 more over here.
4. 5 more over here? 8. We have 8 junction boxes in this one little, what is this?
Half.
Roughly 8 by 10 room.
I shut you off. You've got to be kidding me.
No.
You've got, there's where they tied in the 220.
Yeah.
They brought off other lines off the 220, came down for the dryer. That is totally unacceptable. Totally. Now, here's a wonderful example of what we don't want to see. Not only is this line tied into that box over there that represents a 220 volt line, they've even marked it as a 220. Okay, I've already disconnected it. So what'd they do? All they did was put on Marantz, okay? We can see the red and the black, which means 220 volts. Now, I have disconnected it, but when you're going to do this and you want to kill a line in the ceiling, you put the black and the red together. You're pulling it together. That way, if somebody turns it on by accident, it trips it and it cannot be used. Just sitting that wire up like that, unacceptable. Now, the electrical is 10 times worse than the plumbing. Do me a favor, disconnect the plumbing, cut the drain, get it all out of the way here so I can drop the walls.
Sure. No glue.
Only connected on down there.
Uh-oh. Water still in this one.
What a smell. This stuff's just falling apart. Even if it was all glued properly. It's hard to talk. Everybody wants to throw up. But this is what happens when you don't vent your plumbing, you don't your plumbing drain properly, you don't glue your joints, you don't. This is what happens when you have a handyman do the plumbing.
I don't really like the smell. Let's say we get these pipes right out of here.
That's good.
Okay.
This washroom is as good as a closet. They should have used it for storage.
You got some mold, eh? Nice. Look at that.
Smells just getting worse.
Is that mold for sure? Dave?
Yeah, that's mold.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that smell is. Okay, this is a surface mold. It's not a huge deal. However, it stinks. I did not honestly expect to see mold underneath the vinyl, but it all makes sense to me now that I see it leaking from the washing machine, leaking from the corner. That just slipped out, so obviously that slowly dripped. The floor is running this way. It got it. Roll it back out, cut it in strips, roll it up gently, put it in a bag, close the bag, carry it out, okay?
No problem.
Plastic off the door.
Okay.
Shut off the furnace. Roll it out, cut it, strip it, bag it, get rid of it. Let's get the spray. Spray the floor, clean the floor. Once it's done, we'll continue. I have a lot of mold that I have to clean up, and I would bring it down to show it, but I'm concerned for your kids. So is there any way that, is there a place you can go for the night?
Yes, we certainly.
Because I'm going to be doing not only a major cleanup, but I'm going to be doing a spray over top of it to kill the contaminants.
Okay.
And reading the directions, it says you shouldn't use it around children until it's dry.
Okay.
So if I could actually get you to pack up and leave.
That's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not a problem.
Not a problem. We'd be happy to.
All right, it's coming up pretty good, but it's only a surface mold, so it'll be easy. You're just using soap and water, right?
Yeah, just soap and water.
Okay, we'll scrub it once, and get rid of the water, and get rid of the rag into a garbage bag. Scrub it again,
All right.
and we're gonna lay down plastic.
Okay.
And conceal it until we drop the rest of the room.
Yeah.
We're gonna pull up the plastic, and we're gonna put on our mold spray down on the floor, which is why I wanted the kids more than the reason I need even gone between the spray and the mold.
Right.
Once it dries overnight, we're set.
Okay.
Okay? This has got to be the worst electrical I've seen in one small area. The worst I've seen.
It's funny because when I was cleaning out the basement yesterday, I complained to her. I said, you know what? Something smells down here, and it doesn't smell right.
It's gonna be hard to tell a point to stop fixing the plumbing here now. people's houses where it's been tied in over the years here and there. Everything's loose. I just pulled this 90 or the stack here. It wasn't glued in or anything. Sewer gas was just filling this basement. It's almost like everything that you could do wrong, they did here.
Look what they filled it with. Plastic. Is that a plate on there? It is a plate, eh?
It's live.
It's live?
Concrete base. Okay, they use the concrete board in the jam to try and keep the water tight so somebody has knowledge of shower stalls.
Yeah.
Use the drywall with mastic so they don't have knowledge of mastic and tile.
Right.
Where it can bleed through the grout and get into the mastic and create mold. No signs of mold yet. Laid some bricks in the bottom. Poured a concrete pad on top.
Right.
No membranes. So they're
Look at
relying
that.
solely on the join of the corners, not to wick through the wall.
Unbelievable.
I've never in my life seen so many junctions in one room. Why don't my pipes bang? I haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
I got a bad feeling we're gonna get this whole basement. Can you imagine?
I'm just gonna pass you the whole thing.
Everything in here out there. Here we go again. That's a good way to run plumbing, you frickin' morons. Look what they did. They run the plumbing right down the wall here, where someone can easily put a screw in the pipe. This is kind of scary. It runs up the wall here. Are we over the top of the door? You're damn right we are. There it is right there. Oh, how cute is that? Okay, there's your second one. Lovely dig.
You wanna tell me the bad news now? Are we going all the way with this?
Yeah. We're gonna have to get rid of the TV, the couch, all the stuff. Get it out of here. Got the whole thing. Man, I know how to find them, don't I? Just a simple plumbing problem. Oh, did you find another junction?
Yep. You're right. Didn't even see it yet. And another one here.
Like, look at the spaghetti factory of
Yeah.
wires here. Right here.
Yeah.
How did they even figure out how to tie in? I swear to God, somebody's come in, wired it, and went, let's see if it works. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers.
Well, look at this. They even took the side off because they couldn't fit any more in through the actual holes they
come off
give
the
you.
side.
And they came in the side just to add more to it. That's unreal.
This is where you want to bring in electrical inspectors and, but it never leads back to anyone. Who's responsible? Great question. Obviously, everything was done without a permit. How many different people played with electrical in here? Just like the plumbing. Dan's pulling out a hot water line that runs in a continuous square. Continuous. And then tapped off 2 feet off of it. Like, that's plumbing. Why don't they just put up another layer? How would a home inspector not imagine this? You see it, we're in front of your eyes. What's where you can't see it? Look around. Look around. Look at the way things are done. Odds are there's electrical hidden in here, and I'd put my money on it, is what I'd say.
There's the mold. I knew it.
The irony is, I expected mold here.
Right.
And not here. And there was probably 100 times more here than what we're seeing.
Yeah.
It did get through the grout. It did feed off the mastic and get into the drywall.
Look at that. Well, this would be, I think, number 17, Mike? 18. There you go. It's broken. Nice.
Sand.
Look at that.
They filled it with sand and brick. Chunks of it.
That is unbelievable.
And there's one of the main reasons we take everything down.
What is that from?
That's just because this washing machine leaked out. It's wicking up.
Right.
pull the wall, get all the insulation out so we can do it properly. As soon as we're finished cleaning, we'll spray this floor, we'll shut it down, turn on the furnace, get out, come back tomorrow morning and continue.
No problem.
Yep.
See that, bud?
Oh, yeah. Ants. Ooh, my.
A lot
And they're
of
eating in right into the wood.
Look at the nest. They got a nest of them.
And behind the paper?
In behind the paper.
Whoa. Look at that.
Wow, they're just gonna love the moisture in that wood.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at the nest in there. Just take that right outside.
All right.
As quick as you can.
Okay.
Can you fathom the thought that we come in really just to put in a new bathroom?
Look at that.
Yeah, it's carpenter ants. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. It looks like they're not going to be home for a few days because we're going to have to make a look at the holes.
Wow.
right through.
They will eat your house apart.
Yeah.
Now, how far have they gone is the question. Hopefully, they just love to stay in this one neighborhood, but they started to work their way up, and that's not a good sign. Oh, they're everywhere. Look at them. Oh, my God. Ah. In one room, we have plumbing problems, which led to electrical problems, which led to massive mold, a few thousand ants, more mold in the corner, 18 junction points in electrical, all the plumbing's wrong, and we just started. Yeah. You ever get the feeling you're locked up and you can't get out? That's one room in that bin. One room. This is the drain.
This is the drain. For the
This was the
kitchen.
vent for the washer and dryer.
There we go. Yes.
Yeah, but where does that go? They've capped it.
They've capped it, right.
It's capped right there.
So now, did they put that T in, or was that T in there for something else? I don't know. I can feel the pipe going back into the wall, and I can feel it going up. This window here, and this sink is directly above that other window downstairs. The window here where that drain's coming down in the basement, and we have our kitchen sink at this window here. You see they're directly above, and we know we have our kitchen sink drain in the center underneath the cabinet coming down, and that's that one pipe going through, shooting through the duct. The other pipe is on the side here, and as we said inside, we're probably assuming it's tying in above 36 inches above that kitchen cabinet, going up this wall and shooting across, and it ties into the vent going through the roof up here. Another thing I wanted to check out here was the weepers tying into the floor drain with the older houses past the 70s and into the early 70s. The weepers and the downspouts from the houses used to tie in together, go underneath the ground around the house, come in and tie into the floor drain above the trap. One reason would be to get rid of all that water and bring it out to the street. The reason why we don't do that anymore is so the sewage plant doesn't have to treat that much water.
All right, that's tied into here.
Yep.
Standard weeping, double line going out, ties it on the outside. Old line kitchen drain, vent, everything would tie into the stack that was right here. But why is the stack tied into the weeping and not the sewage? It's that line that's got me confused. Weeping, I accept. We have a clean out for sewage, and I'm pretty damn sure this is two separate lines that go out and tie in outside.
I know what you're saying. I accept that too.
Weeping
That's
goes
right.
in here. We
That's
have
right.
a clean out for the weeping and a clean out for the sewage.
Right.
Why is that line
Tied in there.
tied into here?
Right. Yes.
Tell me I'm going to be bringing in my scoping guys. You know what? I'm just going to make the call. I'm going to have them come in. We're going to find out where these lines go to, where they tie into,
Yep.
and maybe we're breaking up a whole lot more floor than we want. That's disgusting. That's not full. Tell me that's not full.
I could
Tell
put
me.
my hammer in.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You could put. Yeah, I'll put yours in then.
Let's let's pull all the drop cloths off the stairs, take them outside, shake them out, get them ready for something else. Since we're gonna pull this up, let's drop the baseboard ASAP, and I'm gonna start cutting the carpet in strips so we can use it as runners rather than throw it in the garbage.
Great.
Yeah, let's carpet over everything, right? Let's cover up everything. It's drywall over everything. God, man. When do people stop doing that? These are 12 by 12 tiles. You could have scraped them up with ease. We saw all the joints, which means there's no tape. Just the plastered finish all the way around it. No tape in the corners, okay? We see that. It's right there. There's no tape. Somebody threw up the drywall over top, plastered the hell out of it, painted it, and called it a finished basement. Just wondering why they had an access here. Oh, somebody had a problem with the bell in the past. One
already.
Another one. Major no. Major no. 1, 2, 3, 4 here.
Look at this one.
That is a telephone line, and that would explain why they had to cut a hole here to get to the telephone jack to run a new line, because somebody pierced the line.
Yeah.
They used boxes galore, used pieces of drywall, used pieces of tan test. Unbelievable. Oh, God. This should be a double gang box, not 2 singles. Obviously, no intelligence here whatsoever. And again, is there any intelligence anywhere here? No?
Started demoing the other room. Mike had a feeling that we were going to find some more ants. So, you know, we didn't find any in the rest of it, and we were pretty happy about it. But as soon as I come under the stairs here, I seem to be coming across about 20 or 30 at a time, and we can see as they're eating through the wood, they actually leave debris behind, and that's what that is there in the corner. So this here would indicate a lot more. So we're getting closer to them. You can start seeing them all moving in behind here. There's a couple there.
Perfect timing, because we just found some more ants here. Not a ton, but at this point, you know, we're gonna keep looking. But let me show you in here first, where it all started with the bug problem. We found a mother nest right here yesterday. It was phenomenal. Had to be 1,000, at least 1,000. They came in through the holes like crazy. We got it down quickly, tried to get as much of the ants as we could, and then we sprayed like hell. Once we thought there was none left, sure enough, they jumped out of the hole and committed suicide. Sure. Concern, you know, we have the deck right there. That's what I'm thinking. If they started here, will they get into the deck? And sure enough, we started to gut the other side, and we're now starting to find the ants on the other side. Now, I got a question for you. Carpenter ants normally will stay in an area that's moist with the wood because they have to feed off it, right?
Absolutely. They actually don't feed on the wood. They live in the wood. When you get wet or damaged wood, it's a lot easier for them to nest in, to tunnel, to make damage, as opposed to new studs.
So what they did was they made a home here.
Absolutely.
Okay, unlike termites where they actually will feed through the wood, is that correct?
Yeah, termites will feed on the wood. Carpenter ants will nest in the wood.
Okay, so far so good. We think we've got this. We know we have more issues over here. Does that possibly mean another nest?
It's very possible. This could be the mother nest here. You may get sometimes in different situations satellite nests where they may move a little further down depending on the situation. Sometimes they outgrow the area and they have to move a little further down. They may go up. Towards the end of the day when you're all done, we'll do a good residual spray. We'll probably, if you found a lot coming out of here and there's already holes here, they may be in the brick as well. So what we'll do is we'll drill some holes, and what we'll inject is to kind of help flush them out. If they are in there, more will come out, and then we'll know.
Which means the possibility is they could be living right within the whole void.
It's possible, but if you found the nest on this side of the wood, they prefer to be there rather than in the brick, because the brick is going to be colder.
Makes sense. Let's have a warm home. Okay, Damon?
Yes, sir.
You ready for your challenge? Get the rest of this down?
Yeah.
And in 1 hour, I want you to design this basement on paper for me.
You're kidding me.
Nope. Bathroom,
Yeah.
total, laundry room, rec room, usable space. Show me what you can do.
Done.
One thing I love about old construction is how they did things. Let's see how they studded the wall. Even though here we're 16-inch on center, here for some strange reason they're 24, but they braced across the center, normally at the 4-foot mark. Notice how clean these 2x4s are, and I'm telling you, the wall is 100% true. It's not warped, so it's quality wood.
with braces with a cross membrane across the back. What this does is make such a beautiful structural wall that does not sway. Today, what do our walls look like? Like this, because we have a crown in, a crown out. Number one wood. Look down that edge, it's perfect. That's it.
This is a very nerve-wracking thing to do. You know, Mike's done them since the beginning. So for him to actually let me do this was very nerve-wracking to begin with, and I just hope he likes it.
Giving him the opportunity to design this himself helps me teach him on how to think ahead. That's the whole point in this business, is I have to think 10 steps ahead.
Come out of here, boys. Good luck.
59 minutes. It's helping him understand how I see things. And it really, in the long run, it teaches him. 58 minutes. Okay, we have our standard floor drain. Okay, we're very, very sure that the weeping system comes off here, which would be the weeping tile outside. I'm assuming in the past there was a vertical stack up to about this height, and the sink came off, and the washer and dryer were over here. I would take it the laundry tub was here. So it would be a small 4-inch that came out of the floor, where we have a 3-inch over there. I guess the idea is to pull the insulation, see how that ties in, because we know we have the clean out here, we have also the sewage here and the clean out here, and we know that within so many years ago, there was 2 lines that went out, then they tied in outside and went out to the sewage, correct?
Yes, and depending on the age of the house.
And depending where as well.
And where, yes.
So I need you to visually see everything in the floor here, and especially because when we had the toilet flushed and we could see the clean out from this side, it backed through.
Okay. Okay, Chris, go ahead. Going through the trap now.
Going swimming.
Going swimming. Here we go. This is tree roots.
That's nice.
That's common with the clay drains. The tree roots will grow in between the cracks in the clay pipe where they're joined together.
Well, there's just a lot of crap in here.
Okay, hold on. We should be coming to the clean out area.
You see it now?
Yeah, you can see the
There's a Y here.
There's a Y.
That's our feet.
Now that could be the there is a downspout in the ground on that corner of the house. So that could come over and tie in. What do you think?
That is coming off of the right-hand side.
You know what we can do? Let's just flush the toilet upstairs.
There you go.
Okay.
That's your stack connection, yeah?
Now you notice how that isn't really racing out, is it?
It shouldn't be coming back towards us like it was either.
It did. So we know that that's fairly good.
There's a couple of areas of minor backfall.
But we did see around right here, weeds.
Yes,
roots.
Tree roots. You can hear the sound going up. It's pretty much idiot-proof, so it's just perfect for plumbers.
Okay.
Jackpot.
You're picking up right now is the end of it?
Yes, on the end of the camera is a transmitter, and this has a series of 6 antennas built in, picks up the transmissions, triangulates the position, and right now our camera is directly below us here, and we're 12 inches deep below the floor.
Oh, that is cool. However, we have roots right here.
Correct.
One thing I never expected was that we'd see roots, actual roots, inside the house.
Well, I was outside earlier, and I was looking, and they have a large tree in the front yard. As a rule of thumb, we use that the root system is about 50% larger than the canopy of the tree.
So if the canopy of the tree is huge...
If the canopy is 50 feet in diameter, you can expect the roots to be 75 feet in diameter.
Bigger?
Bigger than the canopy of the tree, yes. And quite often in houses where the trees are close to the house, it's been trimmed back many times. So the canopy is artificially small. The root system can be even larger.
Okay, I saw that tree. It's overhanging half the house.
Correct.
Which means you're telling me the roots are going to come right through the floor here.
Absolutely. Probably anywhere you dig in this basement, you're going to find roots. This is like wax gas.
How do you shut this up? One room, I don't get this.
One small bathroom.
Wouldn't got a house in a day. Not this place. Okay, so from what started from a smell, led to many things as we started to come down, and we noticed that obviously the plumbing was incorrect. We saw a few electrical issues as well.
So as we started to take things down, let's look up for a second. Junction point, junction point, junction point, junction point, junction, junction, junction. Considering how many were in this room, we're talking 18 concealed junction points in this room alone. The more we checked into the electrical here, the more I went, oh my God. This is the worst electrical I've seen in my life.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this.
Either was I. Not at all.
I brought in my HVAC guys. Your furnace is 20 years old. We also found that the ductwork above it, which leads to the second floor, has been disconnected, and you have major heat loss right there above the furnace.
I wasn't expecting this.
No.
No way. I
No
just
way.
thought, okay, well, you'll find some mold.
When we pulled up the vinyl floor, we found your major smell. We had so much mold, this whole floor was nothing but mold.
Wow.
We found a mega nest of carpenter ants.
Wow.
And I mean a mega nest.
I mean, a nest of carpenter ants, you know, it's unbelievable, unbelievable. Freaked right out.
Here's an even bigger surprise. Throughout the whole outside of your property, you see that big tree on your front lawn?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that big tree, you see how big the top of it is?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the roots. The roots are bigger than the top of the tree. And I don't mean thickness, I mean in span. Okay. They have climbed right through underneath the concrete and broke through all your clay pipes.
It's crazy because Mike came in here and saw the problems
Right away.
immediately. Yeah,
Saw
your
the
plumbing,
problems.
your plumbing doesn't work, and he
Yeah,
was right. It
he
didn't
was
work.
right, it didn't
Your
work.
electrical wiring is all wrong, and it was all wrong. And you know, he guaranteed us we'll have mold down here, and we had mold, even more than maybe he expected. But the carpenter ants, you know, I mean, wow.
We continued to gut, we found more carpenter ants on the other side, and a hell of a lot more junction points. So in total, we're in the area of approximately 40 junction points in your basement, which is just unheard of.
I'm just freaked out. Who would have known? You know, you walk into this house and you look at it and it looked great. And it didn't take Mike long to find all these problems that should have been caught, or at least some of them.
All the signs are there. There's something wrong. Someone's played in here. And that's what we can see, especially on the side that wasn't touched, in other words, finished. But we could see the electrical and plumbing that says there's obviously foul play here.
You know, it's different when you buy a fixer-upper. You know that
Or
you're going in to buy a
something you're gonna
fixer-upper,
demolish,
right?
yeah.
But when you buy a house that, after the inspection, it's great. There's nothing wrong with your house. And you come in, and all of a sudden things start not working. This is bad, whatever. The shower doesn't work. Then you start thinking, well, and maybe it's not so good. Maybe it's not the house I thought I bought.
Yeah.
We're going to make it
Scary.
warm, safe, and sound. And we're going to turn it into a much better look.
Thank you.
So don't worry, okay?
Sure.
But please, I need you out for 2 weeks.
It's
Yep.
not a problem.
Starting today?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Basements are scary places. Now I know why the kids don't want to come down here.
Now, this was a little bit tough because of where the stair layout is according to these pillars. So I had to really sort of think about this. So this is what I'm looking at. You're basically looking at it like this.
Okay, we have 2 pillars. I
Right.
don't want the pillars to stand out, so we
Okay.
should incorporate them into a wall space. I agree with your closet.
Right.
No access on
Okay.
this side, strictly here. So what you're trying to do is create open concept,
Exactly.
right? So you have an office play area and
Yeah.
possibly a rec room.
Yeah, I also heard that one of the kids, they're sleeping together. So eventually they're going to want to take over that office upstairs. These kids are going to get older. They're going to want to take over that office, thinking of at least bringing it down here. So having it all open concept. So if they need the kids down here, she could still work with an office and have the kids down here with her as well. So that's why I wanted to keep it sort of open concept.
Good. So why not put the bathroom over here?
Okay.
If that wall goes across here,
Yeah.
and our laundry room is there, and our bathroom is here, we're away from the panel. We feed 2 purposes, bathroom, laundry room, so drainage comes right in across here and
Right.
ties in. Love it.
Yeah.
However, if you took that bathroom and put it here,
Right.
we've now opened it right up, right?
Love that idea.
Completely
actually. Yeah.
opened it up. So we have an open area here. It's
Yeah.
going to make it look 10,000 times bigger than
Right.
it was when we first walked in here. So I need you to redraw this. I want you to bring the wall across here and hiding this column within the wall, bringing it down, give me a door to the furnace room and the laundry room. You're gonna have to incorporate this with Dan, how functional the toilet will work against the shower. Where should the toilet be? Is it at the end of the run? Is it at the beginning of the run? Because believe me, it's extremely important.
Okay.
Now, perfect around the stairs, having a closet. Now you're gonna come across with a wall here and a wall here, and now I need you to come up with an area as to where this wall should be.
I see.
For the bathroom, hiding that column.
Okay.
Turning this into a functional rec room.
Just big open space right in here.
You got it, man.
Nice.
I've never seen so many roots, fine. Even over here when I was digging here.
Isn't that unbelievable? And the tree is about 20 feet from the house. Not a good sign, eh?
No. So this is the final one for our amendments and everything.
Okay, I really like this, Damon. I like the way we have an office here, and the open concept works for me rather than closing it off.
Right.
I like the way this is now opened up because it just makes it so big here. Let's do an open doorway as big as possible, please.
Okay.
6 inches off this wall, 6 inches off this wall. Keep it open concept, no doors.
Okay.
Tub, toilet, sink, bathroom's good. Door to laundry room here now.
Yep, right here.
Really good. Washer, dryer, tankless hot water.
Yep.
Good job.
Thanks, buddy.
Keep doing it.
Thanks, man.
You know what, Mike, with all due respect, I'm not going to bother tracing this down. You know what, I'm actually going to pull one of your lines. Take it all down.
We want a safe environment for the children down there because, you know, they're always getting into things down there, and we want to make sure they don't get hurt.
First things first, there was a bathroom in here, shower in the corner. As we started to take things down, because it all started with a smell, that's when we started to notice the electrical was beyond the plumbing. Take a look. We're used to seeing the junctions like this, right?
Well, yeah, if this was all concealed, it would be against code.
Okay.
Because they all need to be accessible. So when you end up placing this one as high as you just did, you're telling me that you're planning on drywalling from here to here, and that's all going to be left up high against code.
We had a wall in here. We had the shower on this side. That was a covered up box.
Nice. Probably live behind there?
And that's mastic. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. This was all closed in.
Even these junction boxes here?
Yep.
Okay, all these boxes were concealed behind, and these pot lights were put in.
That's correct.
This was brought on the outside, or there was an additional box
Oh,
here?
it was in the wall. This is where the shower was.
No, you've got ungrounded lines on these brown ones here. These are all ungrounded.
They ponied off of this to run the electrical heater and the dryer, brought in 2 other lines. Let's follow these lines for a second. These two 220 lines. What do we see here?
It's a 220 line. Just hang, it was
just like that.
What's the matter with this guy?
This ground, you're gonna see these everywhere, Frank. Everywhere.
What?
They ran an independent ground to ground certain items that obviously were not grounded. It's everywhere.
This cab tire, they ended up leaving this behind as like extension cords. You use that to make extension cords. This is the way they were giving the boxes ground.
That's correct.
You're kidding me.
No.
And this just runs upstairs and picks up a ground somewhere upstairs.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's already a fire that's broke out in there. You can see all the corroded lines in there. You see all that blue stuff or greenish stuff? Yeah. That's all oxidization. It's already happened on that copper line. It's inexcusable. It's common sense. You got 3 wires trying to go through here. One's gonna go outside. Like, use your head. I'm just overwhelmed with all the other stuff. I'm allowed to say stuff. I can't say what I want to say. The other things that are here, like, and I can't even fix it. I have never seen this many junction boxes in a basement till this day.
This here, it's grounded in the panel.
Yeah.
Followed it back, goes over towards the furnace. It's connected again, and it's wrapped around BX. Now, I don't know if they're trying to use that as a ground.
I'm not an electrical inspector. I think that if an electrical inspector was to walk through, he'd take one walk down, start looking. The minute he'd see all these junction boxes with all the wrong connectors being used, he'd walk right back out. Have you even checked this?
Tried to follow it. I don't know where it goes.
Nice commercial. This is for motor starting switch. Beautiful. In a house. This guy just found any scrap he could and just used it. What am I inspecting? What am I inspecting? It's, I'm inspecting a home fire just waiting to happen. It's a circuit. It's a dedicated line that comes into here, and then it goes nowhere. Nowhere.
Unless
they're using invisible wire.
Unless
That's it. I quit. Okay. We just noticed that there's a wire coming from the electrical panel, stringing across these floor joists, and then this brown line here comes into this box and then went nowhere. Like it just disappeared. There's nothing coming out on the other side or whatever.
I shut that down. It's its own circuit, which is
Yeah, but
lovely.
see where it goes?
Nowhere.
No. It goes somewhere.
Oh my.
It comes into here and up. And the funny thing is, I turned around and said what you said. It's going nowhere. These idiots just, I don't know, maybe they were planning on using it later time.
So at
Joe
this
said,
point-
no, let's open it. He opens it and there's a line in there that's going into the ductwork. This is
That's
cold
hot
air.
air.
This is hot air.
And around it as well.
Come on. I'm thinking we start in that kitchen, get the necessities wired, bring them here, leave extra wire, temporarily run those, then just kill the rest of the house. Can I retire after this one?
Can I get you a beer? Can we go for a beer?
Please? Two.
Let's go for a beer.
Something strong?
Let's go watch the line, man.
Strong.
Let's go for a beer. Joe, let's see what we can do, Joe.
I'm trapped on an island. It's all right, it's my island. I just need a chair and a beer and I'm fine. I'll be back soon.
Very happy with that now. That's very snug, very tight. I bet you I couldn't pull that out.
Nope.
Perfect. Mike 1, Dan nothing.
Hey, you're wearing my hat.
Mike Holmes on the white helmet.
I'm singing in my head.
Hey guys, power's turned off in the house.
Go ahead.
Who touched my bum?